welcome back everybody. So we had a short week this week. I've been working on different projects, getting a lot of things done. I've been doing some writing too. I've been kind of off writing here and there just because of the chaos, but one thing I always do is try to stay consistent with my writing, even if I'm not writing for anybody. Like, I make sure that I'm writing for myself. So I keep this little journal. As you can see, I keep this little journal that I've been filling up for the last, I want to say 3 years or something like that. So I've been writing here ever since. Every time I'm going through a certain emotion, I try to make sure that I capture that feeling, so that whenever I do get to a certain point where I want to write my next book, I always have a reference point. So I make sure to jot down the date and sometimes I jot down the specific time. That way I know exactly how I'm feeling at that moment. But like I said, I don't write in here every single day. If I'm feeling overwhelmed with a certain emotion, I just make sure I jot down, even if it's just a sentence or anything, to capture that moment. Because I mean, our minds are so filled with so much information and we can't always remember everything. So it's always good to just jot something down. I keep multiple notebooks. This is my other notebook where I jot down all of my ideas and all the things that I'm working on, just to try to stay organized. And yeah, so like for me, even though I may not publish certain things, the writing never stops for me. But I just try to keep that muscle going, because like any other craft, is a muscle. You know, you constantly have to work at it over and over again so that you don't forget that technique or whatever it is that you've acquired. The week has kind of been short, so I've been staying busy with everything. But one thing that I wanted to discuss is I'm thinking of moving. I know I just got here to Houston and everything's been great here with my family. I've been helping them as much as I can with the little things, but I'm thinking of moving. I have an idea of where it is that I want to go. I have a friend who lives in Dallas. He's been hitting me up every now and then, just hinting that he wants to get an apartment together. I have a real attachment to Dallas, simply because I love that city. I love everything that goes on within it. And so it's an option for me, but I feel like I wouldn't grow as much as I could. So I'm actually considering just packing up my things and heading up north, heading up to New York City. Obviously that takes a lot more planning. It's not just something that can happen from one day to the next. So I'm actually considering moving to New York. It's not 100% yet, but why not? You know, I feel like I'm still very young. I don't have any attachments aside from a car payment. But once I get that taken care of, like, I'm out. Not because I don't want to be here with my family, but I feel like in order for me to elevate my family and help them in every way, financially, physically, or whatever, like, I have to figure out my own things on my own. One of my friends told me this week, you got to learn how to put your oxygen mask on before you help others. I'm still like figuring things out as I go. You guys don't know, but my family is very financially unstable, and so it's hard for them to be on their feet. I want to help them as much as I can and provide as much as I can for them, but I'm still in that position where I can't do that. And so I feel like I have to go out into the world and figure my things out and then be able to come back and help them however I can. And so if I have to take that risk, like, I'm willing to take it, because I feel like we can't all be here in the same house, like struggling, trying to figure it out or trying to get on our feet. Sometimes you have to be willing to take risks that nobody else is willing to take. So I'm at a point now where, like, I'm hungry, man. Like, I'm willing to do anything and everything that it takes, or whatever it takes, in order for me to excel and grow as a person so that I can help my community, my environment. So I'm strongly considering heading out. I'm not really sure when, but I'm just kind of going with the flow of things, and once it happens, and I'm out. But that's the thing about me. Like, I've been away from home since I was 18. I've never really had an attachment here to Houston, as an adult. And so I just I gotta go figure things out, whether it's in Dallas or if it's in New York. Like, I gotta figure it out, and I'm gonna figure it out eventually. But I still feel like I have a lot more growing to do, and you know, I'm just willing to find out, figure it out elsewhere. That's it for me, guys. Like I said, I try to give you guys as much insight as possible so you guys can understand where it is that I am in my life. I gotta let you guys know that I don't have shit figured out, but I just kind of take everything one step at a time, one day at a time, and go from there. So I hope you guys learned something here, and I will see you guys on Monday. I hope to have more content as far as like dope shots. I got some things planned out for this weekend, and so yeah, I will see you guys on Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Much love to all the people out there, and yeah, peace.